All right. Today is September the 27th, 2011. This interview is with Javia Worthy about being a high school student in a college environment. So, how was your first time and day? How was your first experience when you first arrived at the school? How was it for you?
It was kind of scary, like, because I wasn't used to being around more adults than it was kids, like in high school, and I was afraid that people weren't gonna look at me weird or say stuff about me or something like that.
So, did you thought it was going to be a lot of like high school?
Yeah, kind of, but I don't know. I'm not really used to being around adults all day, every day, and so I thought that was gonna be scary, and I thought that like the people in my class were kind of gonna look at me a certain type of way because I'm still in high school, and yeah.
So, what did it scare you when you first started seeing like a lot of elderly people and grown guys and older women and stuff? Like, did it kind of throw you off?
Not really. It was just like I'm just not used to being around them, like in a school environment. So, in high school it's just everybody's my age. So, and I was just more afraid of what they were gonna say. But then in some of my classes, I had people like straight out of high school, so it kind of made me feel a little better.
Now, how is the school work? You know, was it kind of daunting to you? Did it kind of was it kind of intimidating the different schoolwork versus from high school to college? Was it kind of
It was a lot harder. It was a lot different to adjust to because in high school the teachers are kind of like taking you step by step, and here it's just they just kind of give you work and expect you to know it and do it, and read stuff on your own. They give you a syllabus for the whole year, so you kind of know what you're doing. But in high school, they take you baby steps. So it took some getting adjusted to, but yeah, it was okay.
so? Did you make any? What are your experiences on making new friends so far? I know it hasn't been that long, but
Um, Most of the people I talk to are either around my age or a little older than me, so I don't have any friends that's like, 10, 15, 20 years older than me. They're all kind of my age, so I can kind of relate better to them. Um, During classes, I kind of talk to some of the people, about the work, but besides that, it's not really like a friend relationship. It's just kind of like, I stay with the people that I know, and that's just it.
do you think that you could benefit from some of the older people becoming friends? Like,
Yeah, I know. In some of my classes, like they tell their different experiences, like growing up, and I can kind of, when they talk about their teenage life, I can kind of, relate to it a little bit. And I know they've been here a lot longer, so it's easier to go to them and ask like different questions about Tri-C. So they're, I'm glad they're around.
now, how is the campus hard to navigate? I know that there were some things that we had talked about you didn't know where certain things were, but is it kind of hard to navigate, or you kind of are on your way to being familiar?
Um, I think it's more harder because I never got like a tour. Like I see some people going on tours to look at different stuff, but I didn't get a tour, so I just kind of have to find it wherever. If
Right.
I have a class in that building, then I kind of know that building now. But if not, then if I don't have to go there for a class, I really don't know where stuff is. So
Now, how receptive have the teachers been to you? Like, nice teachers, or teachers that offer you help after class, or give you their email, or
yeah, the teachers, most of my teachers so far are pretty good with that. Like they're really flexible, and I like that. It's really different. Like I'm not gonna say they don't help you as much, but they kind of set you up for you to just do your own type of thing. Like there isn't really certain guidelines they just kind of like do your best and try to work it out. But um, they're really flexible. They're willing to help. But yeah, that's just, they're okay though.
Now, this is a 2-year college, so what is your major? What are you majoring in?
Well, after I get my classes to graduate high school, I want to major in nursing. I want to be an RN, so some of my classes that I'm taking to graduate high school are also for my prerequisites. So,
That's cool. Now, what school are you planning on going to after Tri-C?
well, I plan to go to the Navy, and then I want to go to some school probably in New York or California or something. But if you know, at that time I kind of want to stay in this area, then I'll probably go to like Ohio State or something closer to home.
What does your family feel about you? I know I hear a lot of people say, a lot of young girls say they want to go to the Navy, and a lot of their parents are kind of like, I don't want you to do that. How were your parents receptive to that?
My parents, they're okay with it. They just, they kind of let me, since I'm getting older, they kind of don't really guide me too much on what they think I should do. Try to let me, do my own thing. So when I told them I wanted to go to the Navy, they were like, do some more research in it. But if that's what you want to do, then just, go for it. So they were pretty accepting in that area.
Now, what would be your advice for your other high school friends that are planning on going to college and aren't here yet or on their way? I know you haven't. It hasn't been that long, but you have more experience than they do so far. What would be your advice to them on how to get more familiar, get used to it, not to be scared?
My advice would be to just, just be yourself. Like, people accept you more for being yourself. Like, don't try to, fit in. I know this isn't high school, but, I tend to see certain people hanging with certain groups, kind of like I do. But just be yourself and make sure you stay on top of all your work. And, if you need any help or anything, go to people. Don't hesitate. So.
All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to ask you some more social questions. So, what is your favorite class that you're taking here so far?
My favorite class will be speech. I like my speech class. It's we all kind of talk to each other more than just the teacher talking all day. So we kind of interact with each other more, and I like that because that way you get to know people. You get to hear different experiences, different stories, and things like that. So it'll be speech.
I also know that you are also working with the college newspaper, which is another big, step coming from high school. Again, that's, it's still new, still early, but what expectations do you have? Do you see yourself, do you see that being a good helping stone with the rest of your, college days, working on the newspaper?
I think it's a great thing. I think that it will help me, because right now I'm still new to it, but I think later on down the line I'll be more familiar with a lot of things going on here at Tri-C, and so I can get more involved and things like that. So I said I start off with newspaper and then kind of, maybe branch off to different things and, start helping out more in the community and stuff.
So would you recommend more of your, high school friends that are not planning on going to college or are, but are not going yet, would you recommend the program that you're in now for them to get into and try to go to college?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it because not only do you get high school credits, but you get an early start in college. So if you do plan on going to college, it's a good thing. And even if you don't plan on going to college, there's other stuff that Tri-C can offer. Just maybe if there's something you're interested in, not necessarily want to go to college for, but you can come here and take classes for it. So I think the program I'm in is really helpful and can get you a head start in life.
All right, that's good. So, Miss Worthy, We had a good time talking to you about your experiences on campus, and maybe at a future time we can talk to you again if you would allow us. And we will leave it there.